We're live. Good morning and welcome to Truist Park here in beautiful Cobb County, Georgia, as we get prepared for this year's annual 44 Classic, the showdown of underclassmen here. I'm Mike Shepard alongside Simone Stanley, and it is a pleasure for us to be here on the call for this game for you today. Simone, we have some pretty good, exciting action coming up here with this underclassmen game, and I'm really, really excited. What are you excited to see here?
I'm excited to see some of the best black and minority baseball talent that's going to be coming up in the pipeline. A lot of these guys are the top players in the region. Obviously, a lot of these guys on the roster from right here in Atlanta, Georgia, but we have guys from Virginia and Tennessee and Alabama and Mississippi and your state, Florida. So all over the Southeast region representing the best of minority baseball prospects.
Well, we're just moments away from the opening pitcher, and this beginning game is going to be Team Grissom versus Team Garr. And I really am interested to see what this kid from Atlanta, Ezra Gandy, number 44, who is on the mound. Saw him working out yesterday in the bullpen, and he was really, really good. And he leads it off, and that first pitch fouled off, and we are underway here.
Yeah, and Ezra Gandy from Atlanta, Georgia, class of 2028, right-handed pitcher. To wear that number 44 in this stadium on the mound, how special does that have to be?
Truly remarkable, truly remarkable. Leading it off for Team Garr is Jackson Brown. Jackson coming to us right now at the plate, looking at a 1-1 count. As he looks for the third pitch, and that's way outside. And both teams really going to try and fill each other out. These kids had a great time yesterday getting to know each other, really having some fun during the workout day. It was really, really fun to see.
Absolutely, and the game is definitely the main event, but there's a lot of activities and events that goes around the 44 Classic. And one of the big things, of course, is to get these guys pro looks, college looks. Most of this underclass roster is uncommitted, so there's going to be a ton of college scouts out here and a ton of pro scouts. But also one of the big focuses of the weekend is also building lifelong bonds. That's one of the biggest goals when the Braves and MLB puts on these youth development events. So, yeah, the guys got to bond throughout the weekend, spend a lot of time together, get to know each other. And, you know, the bonds you build in baseball and in sports goes for a lifetime.
Jackson, class of 2027, junior at the plate. And there's one sent back over to short. On that one is the shortstop, Joseph Mendez, and he's going to get it over to first base for the first out of the game. Great approach to that right there by Joseph Mendez and handling that routine ground ball for out number one. Now coming to the plate, it's going to be second baseman, number 14, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, 2028, from Madison, Mississippi. So one of the few guys on this underclassmen roster that is not from the state of Georgia.
Well, he'll have his hands full as he steps into that box to face off with Ezra Gandy. Gandy with an out working in his favor and sending that one down just off the plate with that off-speed pitch, just to the inside in on the hands of Edwards.
And I wonder what kind of game we're going to get here. These are the best players in the region, so it's going to be a good one, you know. I wonder if it's going to be pretty low scoring or if we're going to get a ton of runs.
I'll tell you what, Simone, if it's anything like we saw in batting practice from these underclassmen yesterday, there's a lot of pop coming off of the bats of these young people, and we might be in, once they get the feel of each other, we might be in for some high-scoring action. So we're looking at a 2-1 count now. Gandy on the mound, set to deliver. Stepping out of the plate is Edwards. Stepping out of the box. He's back in there. We'll get ready to do it again. 3 balls, 1 strike. And staying alive with that swing and a foul ball back to the backstop is Edwards. Bringing that count to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here. And Gandy throwing a lot of pitches early on here with these first 2 batters, Simone.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long he stays on the mound. Obviously, they want to give every pitcher on the roster a chance to show what they can do. So, you don't expect him to throw that many innings.
Missing with that 4th pitch, with the 5th pitch of that at-bat for ball number 4. And we have our first base runner as Braylon Edwards takes the easy stroll down to first, and that's going to bring Tobias Bell, number 20, the third baseman, to the plate.
Tobias Bell, class of 2028, third and first baseman from Decatur, Georgia.
Decatur wins greater. And let's see if he can make something greater happen at the plate right now as Gandy starts off behind in the count with a first pitch ball.
And we are way up, so it's a little hard to see some of these numbers. Well, I'm not going to speak for you and your eyesight.
Well, I'm sure your eyesight is a little bit better than these 50-year-old eyes, but I tell you what, if they give us enough to scream about, we'll be able to see everything just fine. As number 20, Tobias Bell, steps in and steps back into the box. 1-1 the count. Runner on first. Braylon Edwards, healthy lead. And runners off and moving. And unable to get that one out of the glove right there was the catcher, Arvis Kroll. And that's going to be a stolen base for Braylon Edwards, and he is now into scoring position.
So I talked to a few of the underclass players yesterday during the workouts, just asking them, what are some things you want to show off to the scouts that are in the ballpark today? And a lot of them said they want to show off their speed. So, these players are the best guys at their high school, so a lot of times they get walked. Don't always get to show off their bats. So they want to show, you know what, if you put me on base, I can steal some bags. So we're seeing that there early.
Well, we saw a great steal and a great jump by Braylon Edwards as Gandy kind of didn't pay him a whole lot of attention, and he was 1 foot already over the grass line. 2-2 count coming here. Tobias Bell, Gandy battling it out. Runner in scoring position on second. In and out action played by the shortstop right now. And stepping out of the box is Bell. They'll reset and do it again. Fielder's playing it straight away. Outfield in kind of shallow here. And there's a rip down the first base side. Easily handled by the first baseman. That's going to move the runner over, but that's going to be the second out of the inning as the first baseman, Elijah Archer, stays on top of that hot shot and steps on the bag for out number 2.
Yeah, that was a good glove work there by Elijah Archer because, like you said, that ball was moving with some speed. So he had to come up, make that grab, make that play.
Chase Jones stepping to the box right now. Like you said earlier, he's wearing that number 42. That's a big one in baseball as well, Simone.
I wonder if there was something to the number assignments. Who gets 42, who gets 44?
Well, Chase Jones had a lot to live up to with that number on his back, and he steps in and looks at ball 1 for Gandy. Gandy with a runner on third now, looking to keep him right there. Jones trying to get him 90 feet down for the game's first run of the game. And that one in the dirt. Great job of knocking that one down by Arvis Kroll. A wall back there behind the plate. Arvis Kroll from McDonough, Georgia.
Do you have a phrase for McDonough?
Well, if anybody tries to steal, I guess he's served up a billion people trying to steal. McDonough? McDonough? No, that's not going to work? Okay. I'll try again later.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Well, maybe he'll have a McDonut if Ezra Gandy can get the good pitches coming here. We'll see. It's hard to play with McDonough. Hard to play in McDonough.
Getting it done.
Getting it done. There you go, Simone.
In McDonough.
It's early on a Sunday morning, but we're working it. We are working it. Thank you for everybody tuning in right now on MBP TV. As there's grounded out to second, stay down on that one, and that's going to be out number 3. And Ezra Gandy out of trouble there as the second baseman, Kendall Turner, helps his pitcher out and gets it over the first for out number 3. And a pretty easy first inning right there for Gandy, despite the base runner.
Absolutely, and the infield did a great job keeping it contained, nothing getting past these first, second, third, or shortstops on this field. So we're going to get to see what Team Grissom has at bat.
And interesting first half. No runs scored, no hits, one left stranded on third as we move into the bottom of the first. And we're going to be looking at Mendez, Turner, and Archer coming up for Team Grissom here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, so Mendez, Turner. Let's talk a little bit about him.
Mendez, Turner. Oh, Joseph Mendez.
I'm looking on the roster trying to find Mendez Turner and thinking I'm tripping.
But that's a pretty cool name. His name is Mendez Turner. That's a nice name right there. That's like you.
A made up name.
Yeah, but you're destined to do something good if your name's like Mendez Turner. like what's your name? Mendez Turner.
So we're going to see the shortstop, Joseph Mendez.
There we go.
2027 out of Lawrenceville, leading off for Team Grissom, which is being coached by their manager, Jerome Walton. Jerome, got to speak to him yesterday, former big leaguer with the Cubs, spent majority of his career there. He is actually from Georgia.
Indeed.
Made his name here, was a Rookie of the Year in the big leagues. So that's a guy that, a lot of these players want to follow in his footsteps and go on to have a pro career like him.
Just some amazing coaches for all of these young people to be around. When you talk about Chad Smith and KC Carter and Ron Smith, guys who have really played the game. KC played on the highest of 7 hills up in Tallahassee.
Yep.
Back in 19. We're not gonna date them. We're not gonna date them, but
we don't know the date.
Oh, we know the date.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. We know the dates when he arrived on campus up at Tallahassee.
Did you know him in college?
No, I went to the University of Central Florida, but if you wanted to have a good time, you would be in Tallahassee on Wednesday nights at the Moon.
Wednesday,
that's right. 3.5-hour drive back.
On a Wednesday?
On a Wednesday, it takes dedication as a student to be committed to strong purposes. and man, Tallahassee will do that to you, fam. You will do that to you. Bethune-Cookman as well, and we're ready to get this second, the bottom half of the first inning started off. Joseph Mendez to the plate. Number 11, the shortstop. We saw him make a play to start the game on that routine ground ball from Jackson Brown and was able to get the out.
Yeah, so let's see what he can do here in his first at-bat, making his presence known defensively.
Jacorin Weaver on the mound, and he starts him off with a fastball straight down the heart of Peachtree for strike number 1.
Jacorin said, all right, enough talk about Aiden. Let's talk about me.
That's right.
Jacorin, 2027, right-handed pitcher from Covington, Georgia. About an hour outside of Atlanta with no traffic.
Boy, that class of 2027 is looking pretty strong. There's going to be some great baseball played in the Atlanta metropolitan area just throughout the Southeast and over the next 2 years with the type of talent that you're seeing.
Yeah.
Just in this game.
Georgia definitely has a very strong high school baseball scene.
And missing high with that one. 3 balls, 1 strike here. Jacorin Weaver on the mound, falling behind to Joseph Mendez, and Mendez will protect that plate here with the 3-ball, 1 strike count. And the delivery. Swung on and missed for strike number 2 as Weaver runs the count full here with a beautiful fastball.
And I'm with Joseph. I'm in a major league park. Let's swing for the city of Atlanta.
Oh, held the swing, going down safe, says the third base umpire. Say he didn't go all the way around, and Joseph Mendez draws a first at-bat walk from Weaver.
So leadoff batter getting on base. Good look there for Team Grissom. He's talking to the first base coach, Casey Carter, who I'm sure is liking what he's seeing so far.
Stepping up to the plate now, Kendall Turner, number 3, the second baseman. And he looks at a first pitch strike. Weaver definitely in the strike zone to start this game off, not shying away from these batters.
Yeah, he's definitely looking very poised. First couple of pitches.
And that one sprayed off into the stands behind the first base dugout. So 0-2 now. Kendall Turner in a hole as Jacorin Weaver, after giving up that first at-bat walk, has settled in now and is ahead of the count. We get ready for the 0-2. That's just a tad bit inside, brushing Kendall Turner back away from the plate just a little bit, but not afraid to come in on the hands right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Absolutely. And these umps are calling it close today.
Oh, the throw down the first, snap throw down the first, and safe back into the bag. But what a snap throw down the first right there by A. Carter. And A. threw A. And I told you I was going to get a chance to use that one. And almost picked off a Joseph Mendez sleeping, getting back to that first base after that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely a dart from A. So shout out to you for that call. But what a great throw there from the catcher. That was close.
And that one grounded out to second. May have a double play ball here. 4, 6, 3 for the double play. The 4-6-3 double play right there by Team Garr. And now we're at 2 outs. Beautiful play.
Team Garr is not messing around.
Not at all. Braylon Edwards on top of that one all the way. Joshua Wright with the great pivot and swipe on the bag, and then over to first to settle it up to Chase Jones. And there you have it, a 4-6-3 double play here in the first inning. We're seeing it all so far here early on in this game.
And shout out to Team Garr representing the great Ralph Garr. Ralph Garr making his name in the big leagues with the Atlanta Braves. Always comes back to their youth events to support the next generation. And a former Grambling State Tiger. So you talk about FAMU a little bit, but we have to give a shout out to those Grambling State Tigers because Ralph Garr left a legacy there and left a legacy with the Braves.
When you talk about Grambling in sports, you're just talking about legacy all over the place, from football to baseball. It's just an extraordinary HBCU. As we see Elijah Archer at the plate now, he's behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, as Jacorin Weaver continues to work ahead.
Elijah Archer at bat right now, 2028 outfielder from Richmond, Virginia.
Sophomore, way down here in Atlanta playing in this game. That's when
Right.
that's when your talent is being discovered. And shout out to Alex White and Reggie Hollins and everybody over at Minority Baseball Prospects for the outreach that they do. And there's a shot into right field to get things started here for Team Grissom, as he reaches the bag with a nice little line shot into right field. And I believe that is our first hit of the game.
Yeah, so Team Grissom started off hot. Leadoff batter was walked. But then that defense from Team Garr just tightened up. Got the double play there. Was able to clear the bases. But now Team Grissom is still fighting. Get their first hit of the game and now have a runner back on, working with 2 outs.
Brennan Neal to the plate now. And I had an opportunity to talk to this young man, Brennan Neal, yesterday quite a bit. And he's from Columbus, Georgia. Just a great personality, great smile on this kid. Very, very upbeat, and a lot of the kids respond to him. You see him mad at himself right there for letting that pitch go, as he looks at 1 ball, 1 strike now here against Jacorin Weaver.
Yeah, so You talk about that energy and the vibes that you got from Brandon Neal. That's something I saw in a lot of these players. Definitely a lot of high energy guys on the field, not only for what they can do with their tools and their athleticism, but also what they bring to their team when it comes to a mental and energy standpoint. And that's one of the things that the Braves said that they were looking for when they were building these rosters, not just the talent that you have physically on the field, but also what kind of guy are you? Who are you in the dugout? Who are you in the clubhouse? So these guys are definitely standing out for multiple reasons.
That fastball swung on and missed by Neal. He's looking at a 2-2 count. And that one dribbled right back up to the pitcher. Weaver on top of that throws over the first, and there it is, out number 3. And that's going to retire the side. One left stranded on one hit. One left stranded on one hit, nothing doing here. We're scoreless after one. It's Mike Shepard alongside Simone Stanley. We're at the 44 Classic in Truist Park. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after these messages. And welcome back to live action here. 44 Classic here at Truist Park. I'm Mike Shepard alongside Simone Stanley. And we are scoreless moving into the top of the second. As I believe this is Chase. I believe this is Jalen Seabrooks.
Jalen Seabrooks, yeah.
At the plate.
Jalen Seabrooks, the outfielder from Snellville, Georgia.
Gwinnett County representing in here deep.
Yeah, North Georgia, North Atlanta area, North Georgia. Not sure what you would consider Gwinnett.
You can call it North Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not from Georgia, so outside of Atlanta, I don't know what to classify stuff.
Well, when I was growing up, Gwinnett County was actually out of town. You would say, I'm going out of town, and you just.
Oh, I still feel like that's out of town.
Oh, yeah, especially if you go at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekday. And there's a quick walk drawn right there by Seabrooks. And that's going to bring Joshua Wright to the plate, the shortstop. And I just want to make sure that we didn't get a pitching change. And that's the one thing that we have to keep our eyes on up here. And see if we see the 44 on the back of that jersey.
40.
No, and we do have a pitching change. As number 40 has come on, and that's Jackson Norwood.
Jackson Norwood, shortstop and right-handed pitcher from Ackworth, Georgia.
So Norwood now on the mound. And he gives up that first pitch walk, and then that one gets away from him on the second ball of the inning. We'll have a conversation with his catcher, Arvis Kroll, just to settle him down a little bit as the runner advances to second. Jalen Seabrook's now in scoring position.
Quick conversation there. Like you said, just getting him settled in.
Norwood delivers, and there's a beautiful strike thrown for strike one.
And it's starting to develop into a nice day. We're getting a little breeze in here. Sun's starting to move a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's starting to beat a little bit.
It's been beating on you. I told you get in the shade. You want to be a hero.
Yeah.
And sit in the sun.
I told her I needed a little bit of sun. There's no ocean next to it, but I'll take it. It's going to make my tea warm. 3 balls, 1 strike. Norwood to deliver. That one gets past the catcher, and Seabrooks will move down to third. On ball 4 is Joshua Wright. Takes the trot down to first base.
So back-to-back walks there.
Now Caleb Cox steps in, number 21 here. He's an extra hitter in this game. Each team has 2 extra hitters and a DH, but we're going to call all of those extra hitters just for goodness sake. As Crow steps up, we'll see how they align themselves defensively.
So 2 walks to start this top of the second for Team Garr.
All right. And it looks like Team Grissom lines up. They're going to double play depth on the inside, on the middle. There's a throw down the second, and sneaking in behind that tag is Joshua Wright for a stolen base.
So that's the 3rd stolen base now for Team Garr.
It is, and a beautiful swipe right there of that bag. Great throw down to second to make a play out of that by Kroll. Just not in time with the tag. Runners at second and third here. No outs. Top of the second. Team Garr threatening now to put some runs on the board. Caleb Cox at the plate.
Team Garr said enough with all this defense. Let's get some action going.
And trying to spark it up here in the top of the second, they are, Simone. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Caleb Cox.
Caleb Cox, the 3rd baseman from Covington, Georgia. A few guys from Covington on these rosters.
Swung on and missed there for strike number 2. Pulling the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Jackson Norwood, this is going to be a great test for him right now with no outs, runners on second and third, a great hitter at the plate.
Yeah, and these scouts are watching for everything, body language on the field, how you respond in these high-pressure situations. If you get on the mound and, you start the inning off, not in the best way, but how do you bounce back? How do you respond? How do you carry yourself? So that's what we're about to see here on the mound from Jackson Norwood.
And Cox just fanning that one back to the backstop, fouling it off to stay alive. And it's very, very interesting to have this young man at the plate. He was putting some charge in the ball yesterday during BP. And an opportunity right here not just to pick up 1 RBI, but 2. And swung on and missed for strike number 3. And Jackson Norwood coming back with some strong composure in that strikeout right there for the first out of the inning.
And that has to feel great if you're Jackson. Let 2 walks go. You see Team Garr pushing the agenda, stealing a lot of bags. And then to come out, stay composed, get that strike right down the middle. You're feeling good if you're Jackson.
And he comes right back to the next batter with a strike, a first pitch strike. And this is Gianni Gandy, number 3, another extra hitter in the game right now. Gandy coming from the left-hand side of the plate, rather. And he's down in the count 0-1.
Gianni Gandy, the catcher, infielder, and right-handed pitcher, class of 2028 from the ATL.
Gandy looking at strike two right there, with bat still on his shoulder, and Jackson Norwood has seemed to kind of find his rhythm on these last 4 or 5 pitches.
Absolutely, and all you have to do is get into that rhythm, and then it could be a whole different ball game here.
That ball gets past him. It's going to be at the plate. He's coming down. Oh, no good. Overthrows the ball, and there is an error right there by the catcher, Arvis Kroll. And, it's going to give up 2 runs as Team Garr now on the board, and they got those runs across the easy way.
Yeah, just a overthrown pitch there. Got away from the catcher. And that speed we see coming around those bases, Team Garr able to capitalize off that error from the throw. But, hey, Team Garr gets on the board first. Let's see how Team Grissom stays engaged, gets out of this inning, and possibly responds.
Oh, that error is going to definitely be charged to Arvis Kroll on that. I thought that he kind of went back after that ball kind of lackadaisical, but then when he got to it, he saw that, hey, I still have a play, so he tried to put a little extra mustard on it. And it was just too much for Jackson Norwood to handle. And those 2 runs, great heads-up base running right there by Seabrooks and Wright.
Just a little too much sauce on that ball. Got a little too excited.
And that's going to be ball 4 and another walk as Gianni Gandy shows patience at the plate.
So 3 walks now in this inning.
And that's going to bring a visit from the dugout. Is that that looks like Coach Walton coming on out. We're going to take a quick break while Coach Walton talks it over to his players. We're at the 44 Classic here at Truist Park in Cobb County, Georgia. We'll be right back with you here with more action from Team Grissom and Team Garr. Back to the action here, Truist Park. Quick visit to the mound right there by Coach Jerome Walton, and that's going to bring up DJ Jones, the left fielder, to the plate, and he'll have a man on first to do something with.
DJ Jones is a guy I got to talk to yesterday when we were out here at practice. 2027 out of Lawrenceville, second baseman. He said one thing he wants to show off today is his switch hitting, and that he's been working on his left, getting stronger there. Also want to show off his speed and hustle. So let's see.
And a stolen base right there by Gandy as he had that one stolen, but that ball popping out and getting away from Kroll and spraying up that first base line. So Gandy in easily, but got the uniform dirty nonetheless.
Did you really play a game if your uniform isn't filthy?
Exactly. That's the baseball culture that I grew up in. You know, we even had guys who would go and put a little dirt on there after the game just in case, you know, they had an easy walk through it. So I get it as that one is fouled back
because
to the left side.
If you come home and your uniform's not dirty, your parents are going to be questioning, were you working hard today?
Yeah.
You got a little too much energy.
Yeah, you definitely want to get a little dirt on that uniform. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Norwood delivers, and that one is high and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike, and he's been working behind the batters a lot in this inning, Simone.
Yeah, and it's been a good minute now for Norwood on the mound. Not sure how many pitchers we're going to go through today.
As that one is sprayed off. A little excellent hustle effort right there by number 32.
Lost his hat.
He was just trying to make a play for his team.
These are some nice uniforms the guys are repping today. I want one of those hats.
I really do want one of the hats as well. Big shout out to the Atlanta Braves Foundation for really pouring into all of the particulars for this 44 Classic. Swung on and missed for strikeout and out number two, as Norwood kept his composure and is able to sit DJ Jones down for his second strikeout of the inning.
And this 44 Classic is just one of the many events that the Atlanta Braves puts on as a part of their youth initiatives. They're constantly investing resources, time, and attention into growing this game, not only just with baseball, but softball as well. So this is definitely something they're dedicated to when it comes to diversifying the game of baseball.
And it's nothing new, Simone. It's been going on for as long as I can remember, and I'm talking about even as a kid here, attending events at Fulton County Stadium way back in the early 80s. What you're saying there is golden, because the Braves really do invest back into community, and a tip of the cap for them is Chris Frazier, number 22, another extra hitter, steps in with an opportunity to do something with Gianni Gandy, who's standing on second base. But 2 outs is going to have to get it done with the swing of a bat here.
And with all the activity, all the walks and stolen bags that Team Garr was able to collect in this top of the second inning, if you're Team Grissom and you get out of this with only giving up 2 runs, I would look at that as a positive.
Definitely would be a positive, as Norwood falls back 3-0 here in the count with Chris Frazier. And Frazier swinging with that 3-0 count. that lets you know that this is a classic game. This is an invitation.
Right.
Yeah, if this was a regulation game or anything like that, you probably see a coach snatching at his hat right now, looking at him like, whoa, what's going on? But getting the green light on 3-0 says a lot about.
Yeah, and you see all the cameras that are out here today at this event. They want some highlights.
That's right.
They want some stuff getting posted on social media.
And swung on right there on strike 2. They say it's fouled off, so Gianni Gandy will head back to second as he was on the move again with 2 outs going at the crack of the bat. And that's going to bring up a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Absolutely. And we talk about him swinging for the fences. When I talked to the guys yesterday, like I said, one of the things that they reiterated was they're tired of getting walked. They get walked all the time at their respective schools. They want to get some action going.
And takes that one inside. Is he asking for another pitch? Does he want 5 balls to try and do it?
Sometimes at these showcases, they actually do want more pitches because, like I said, they want to show what they can do.
So was that called a strike?
I guess so.
I guess it would have to be. There's a ball. Okay, we'll get some clarification on that right there. We're going to take a break, step away for a second as we move to the bottom of the second. 2 runs scored on, let me see. 2 runs scored off of 2 walks and a wild pitch. And that's put Team Garr up 2-0 here. Going into the bottom of the second, Mike Shepard, Simone Stanley on the call. We'll be right back with you after these messages. And welcome back here. Bottom of the second here, Truist Park 44 Classic. David Bankston stepping in now to the plate for Team Grissom as his team trails 2-0 here. New pitcher on the mound, Daniel Sedano, number 19 for Team Garr.
The right-handed pitcher from Conyers, Georgia, class of 2027.
And Garr's 1-1 now here against Bankston. That ball just a little bit low.
Team Grissom back at bat, representing Marquise Grissom. One of the greats for the Braves, one of the greats for FAMU baseball.
One of the greats for College Park, Georgia. Marquise and I grew up at the same park, Welcome All Park.
Okay.
In South Fulton, Georgia, and I had a chance to watch him playing for the Royals as there's a strike three thrown by Daniel Sedano to sit down David Bankston and start off the bottom of the second. Beautiful fastball right there, catching Bankston off guard.
So did you get to play with Marquise?
No, Marquise is about 6 years older than I was.
Okay.
So we got a chance to watch Marquise, his brother Bear Grissom, all of them play. We finished our games, walked through the woods over to the other field at Welcome All Park and watch Marquise do his thing. Exceptional player. He'd do it all. Pitch, catch, hit, run, steal. You name it, he would do it. We watched him play a lot of football at Lakeshore High School as well.
And now his son doing similar things.
Oh, yeah.
Marquise Grissom Jr. now in the big leagues.
That's right. Shout out to everybody, all of the Grissoms down there in College Park, Georgia. Everybody, all the Grissoms from Herschel Road to Lakeshore Drive, they're everywhere down there. Amazing family, great people, great people.
So Jackson Norwood, we've seen him on the mound. Now the shortstop is at bat from Ackworth, Georgia, class of 2027.
Jackson steps in, looking at a 2-ball, 2-strike count. And Daniel Sedano looking really, really good on the mound as he comes in a little bit inside on the hands on Norwood. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. 1 out, bottom of the second. And Norwood is going to draw a walk and be beneficiary to a walk here.
So, leadoff walk for Team Grissom.
Now with 1 out, a runner on first, let's see what Daniel Sedano's approach is going to be as he gets ready to square off with Ross Christie, the center fielder. Big secondary lead down at first base for Jackson Norwood that time, and we've already seen what A. Carter can do with that ball from behind the plate, so he better be careful as the runner goes. Carter sends it down to second, and he's out of there. Gut. Oh, my goodness. A. with another dart. Oh, and that time he was on the winning side of it as he nails Jackson Norwood at second.
I love the theatrics from the ump there with that punch-out signal, but this catcher, A. Carter, I mean, what we've seen from him.
And there's a shot deep in the center right there, and he is on his wheels as Ross Christie sends that one well over the center fielder's head, and he's going to be standing up. He rounds. Oh, I thought we were having – it looks like he was going for the inside to Parker, but instead he rounds it out for a beautiful triple as he caught the defense slipping. We mentioned it earlier. Defense was way in the outfield, and right there, Ross Christie made him pay.
Yeah, Ross Christie said, hold on now. Y'all need to back up. I can send this thing smoking. And that was a nice triple. A great catch there, too, from A. So he's got the hands as well.
Jackson Brown had no chance. There's a step on first to end the inning on the second out. But a little bit of excitement now from Team Grissom offensively in that half of the inning. And now we're going to see if that gives them a spark and gets them in and out the field. Oh, after that triple.
So we're headed to the top of the third inning in the 44 Classic right here on MPTV.
And welcome back here, top of the third, the 44 Classic at Truist Park in Cobb County, Georgia. And we got a little ball game on our hands now. Coming to the plate to start it off is A. Carter. And how much can we say about this kid who plays catcher here for Team Garr? We've seen him do it all today. Now let's see what he does at the plate as Tatum Braswell steps in as the new pitcher for Team Grissom.
So, yeah, we're seeing our third pitcher of the game now for Team Grissom. The right-handed guy, Tatum Braswell from Monroe, Georgia, class of 2027. And a name we've called a lot, A. Carter, is now at the plate.
And A. shows his toughness right now, not even moving. He took that one right off the front shoulder. Somebody ought to check on the ball.
Right.
You might want to toss that ball out, because A. might have just put a dent in it. There's another one for you.
So he's throwing darts. He's catching darts, and he's putting dents in baseball.
In baseballs. Jackson Norwood, who was the last pitcher for Team Grissom, ended his inning of work with 3 walks, 3 Ks. So 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and Tatum Braswell taking over, starting off with a hit batsman. And that's going to bring Jackson Brown, the center fielder, back to the plate.
And A-Dot headed back to the dugout, so it's a pinch runner in for him.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to pinch run for the catcher. We'll see if we can get that number.
Hey, I wanted to see A-Dot's speed.
Yeah, I think they just you can't just show everything that ADOT has going on right here. You know, you got to leave something for the imagination. I think that's what the coaching staff says. We can't just give you all of the ADOT in one day.
Right.
Jackson Brown he grounded out to short to lead off the game.
Jackson Brown, the outfielder from Atlanta. Not outside of Atlanta, not south of Atlanta, but from the city.
From Atlanta. He from Atlanta. Atlanta.
I'm just glad you didn't call it Hot Atlanta.
No. I'm a little old school. And that one goes into the dirt, unable to get it out the glove is Arvis Kroll. And that's going to be another stolen base for Team Garr.
So that's their 5th stolen base of the day.
Still trying to get a look at that number. It looks like Maximilian looks like number 5. Oh, we got the little screen action going here. All right. Picking up some technology here in the booth. You gotta love that.
We have it all now at Truist Park.
Big shout out to the production crew making things happen here for us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on second. Jackson Brown at the plate. Braswell set to deliver. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 3, and Brown will take it back to the dugout, and that's going to be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and this pitching from Team Grissom has really tightened up.
Their 4th strikeout of the game now collectively as a group, and that's going to bring Braylon Edwards to the plate, the second baseman. He walked his first at bat. Let's see if he can do anything with this runner at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Braswell being patient on the mound. And time called before that pitch was delivered. Home plate umpire granting the timeout there to Edwards. Psychologically, it looks like Braswell is playing a little bit of a game with him, slowing things down, Simone.
Yeah, absolutely. And Braylon Edwards is shortstop from Madison, Mississippi, 2028 from the SIP.
Sophomore from the SIP. And Braswell misses inside with that last pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Brushing that outside corner for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of lead back there on second base. As that pitch sails outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. And Edwards drew that walk his first time, so he's really, really a patient batter at the plate. He's showing us right now he's not going to give the pitchers anything for free. He's not going to chase it.
Absolutely. It's definitely a duel here with our batter and our pitcher.
As he swings on that one and fouls it back to the backstop, pulling that count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch coming. Braswell on the mound. Looking back at the second base and stepping off. Braswell, I believe, sensing that it might be a hit and run or something going on right now.
He smells something in the water for sure.
Trying to get Team Garr trying to get Braylon Edwards bat started here. 1 out with that runner in scoring position. And that one misses high and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he seemed to have delivered a whole lot faster on that pitch than we've seen him doing before, and that ball sailed outside. I think maybe that runner on second base is kind of messing with him just a little bit.
Absolutely. Definitely getting in his head. Obviously, this is a Team Garr team that now has 5 stolen bases.
The 3-2 pitch and missing low and off the plate with that one. And that's going to give Braylon Edwards his second walk of the game. He's going to walk out there again. And that's going to bring Tobias Bell to the plate, the third baseman, number 20. He grounded out to second base, his first at bat.
Tobias from Decatur, third baseman, 2028.
With 1 out and 2 runners on, Tobias with a chance to really do some damage here.
Definitely trying to add on to this score if you're Team Garr. Team Grissom started to get some momentum, get some rhythm at the plate in that bottom of the second.
Beautiful first pitch strike right there by Braswell to come right at Tobias Bell. No balls, 1 strike. 2 men on. In at the corners on third base now. And swung on and missed for strike number 2. As Braswell being deliberate and throwing some pretty good pitches. I like what I see from this young man on the mound.
And a strikeout here would be big for Braswell. Getting his first of the game.
Coach Walton with the third baseman even with the bag now. Still in and out and over here in the with the shortstop and middle infield trying to keep that runner close. Runner's going. And there's a throw down to third. And safe in there. A beautiful swipe of the bag, double steal, but the strikeout nonetheless as Braswell kind of thwarts the hit and run action that was going on right there, but still a great jump.
Yeah, the speed is evident here today. That's the 6th stolen bag now for Team Garr. And now they have 2 runners in scoring position. Are facing 2 outs now, but we know that they can make something shake.
And Chase Jones steps up to the plate now with an opportunity with runners at second and third, 2 outs.
Chase Jones repping that 42.
And that ball is fair, dribbled down the line and just over the bag. And that's going to be some damage as Chase Jones comes in right there with the double, first pitch swinging double, and scores those 2 runs.
And we were just saying how this guy, Chase Jones, is wearing number 42. So working with 2 outs, that's nothing to him when he sees what he has on the board. 2 runners in scoring position, comes up, gets that double, makes a big play, keeps this inning alive for Team Garr. That has a lot of momentum right now.
And, man, does he. Jalen Seabrooks to the plate now, number 34. And, again, he's at the plate with a runner in scoring position. 4-0 now the lead as Team Garr continues to apply the pressure.
Yeah, and we see what they can do at bat, but that defense is really tight for Team Garr. Still very early in this game, but Team Grissom's going to have some work to do when they come back out in the bottom of the third.
Braswell check swings that one back to the backstop. Pulling that count to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I love these throwback uniforms.
Yes, my favorite uniforms for the Braves.
Very good look. Very good look.
Love it. That baby blue look, that's a classic Atlanta look right there. Classic Atlanta look as that one cuts across that inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jalen Seabrooks, who walked his first time at the plate.
And Team Garr is wearing the baby blues, and they're giving Team Grissom the blues.
I see what you did there. So that's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. They are getting the blues. I love it. I love it. Jalen Seabrooks, one of the first runs to come across after he reached on a walk in the top of the second and then came by on that pass ball to score. And Braswell, again, very deliberate on the mound. I love the way this kid controls the game. He is awesome in that regard.
Yeah, and strikeout here will be essential.
That one driven high into the air. And just a couple of steps back off of the mound goes Braswell for out number 3. And that's going to end the top of the third. One left stranded. But Team Garr puts up 2 runs on, 2 hits. And that puts their lead up to 4-0 as we move into the bottom half of the third. Mike Shepard alongside Simone Stanley will be right back with you for more of the 44 Classic from Truist Park after this. All right, we are back to action. Welcome back here to Truist Park 44 Classic. Bottom of the third, Mike Shepard, Simone Stanley on the call for you here as Team Garr and Team Grissom are matching it up. And we've seen some action so far here as Team Garr leads 4-0 over Team Grissom. Team Grissom trying to get it back here in the bottom of the third. And they're gonna call on their leadoff batter of the inning, Arvis Kroll, the catcher. And hope that he can start getting something together for this team.
Yeah, and they started to get some momentum going, got their first hit of the game in the bottom of the second, was able to get a triple as well, but they ended the bottom of the second scoreless after an error. So they had a little momentum at their last at bat. Let's see if they can pick up where they left off.
And bouncing up that one up to the plate is Daniel Sedano. And Sedano, who came in last inning and was pretty good. He gave up that triple, but then came right back with a beautiful pitch to get the ground out of Chance Thompson, leave that runner stranded at third. Gets another inning here on the mound. And there's a pitch right down the heart of Peachtree for strike number 3, sending Kroll back to the dugout after looking at that beautiful pitch.
It was so nice of a pitch. He had to look at it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the craziest part about it is the pitch before that bounced up 2 feet in front of the plate, and that was a fastball as well. I think he was squeezing it a little hard, so if you're Kroll and you saw that, then you come right back with that pitch as there's Max Bell stepping in, the extra hitter, and swinging and missing at that first pitch strike.
Max Bell, the catcher from Huntsville, Alabama. One of a couple of guys from Alabama on these rosters.
And Daniel Sedano rolling right now as he throws strike number 2 right past Bell.
What number is that for Daniel?
What number pitch or what number strikeout?
Strikeout.
Let's go back and look at it. He came in the top of the second. So he has 2 strikeouts so far here. As he stays ahead of the count here on Bell, 0-2.
And Team Grissom with the throwback lettering
Off-speed pitch.
on their uniforms with the throwback. I love that uniform. I wanted one of those jerseys so bad I had to settle for the T-shirt version.
Yeah, we both got hit with the T-shirt version. We're grateful. We're grateful for the T-shirt version. And there's strike 3. Another man caught looking as that was a beautiful off-speed pitch from Daniel Sedano to send Bell back to the dugout. And that's his 3rd strikeout.
Yeah, the pitching has been very good in this contest today. And these are just a few of the pitchers that we're going to see so far today.
Brody Osowi stepping up to the plate now. Number 9, and he looks at a first pitch strike from Sedano. And Sedano not wasting a whole lot of pitches at all. I mean, he is really, really coming at him as he faces off with Ozawi. What do we know about Ozawi?
Brody Ozawi, 2029, from Sonoa, Georgia. Second baseman.
That's Noonan. That's down our way, south of Atlanta, just south of Peachtree City,
Okay.
Sonoa.
Is that where you're at, Noonan?
No, I'm not in Noonan, but, it's actually my family's roots on my dad's side come from Noonan, but they're not too far as Brody finds an empty spot in the defense, and from that bottom spot in the lineup, gets that C&I single right past and outstretched arms of shortstop Joshua Wright, and Brody's on base. Great job of hitting right there by the young man from Sonoa.
Yeah, getting some production from the bottom of that lineup. Let's see what they can do here with 2 outs. Team Garr able to score 2 runs last inning with 2 outs. So all it takes is just one good hit, sending something deep downfield, get some runs on the board for Team Grissom.
And this is Michael Parker coming in, pinch hitting here in this in the 1 hole now.
Parker, the infielder from Smyrna, 2028 guy.
Getting his first at-bat of the game, coming in for Joseph Mendez. So 1 on, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 3rd. And swinging and missing, throwing behind again is ADOT. Man, he's making sure that anybody who reaches base for this Team Grissom ball club is totally aware and alert on those bases. And if you are not, he has a little special surprise for you, a little something, as they like to say. And that one kicks up off the catcher. Now that one gets past Carter.
Once he hits them with the stare down, they know not to go after another bag.
Yeah, but be grateful for
right, what you got.
Yeah, what you got there, Brody. You went 90 feet ahead, now in scoring position with an opportunity to give Michael Parker a chance to bring him in. And Parker swings and misses and strikes out as Daniel Sedano has really come in here and shown why he's in this invitational selective game here playing for Team Garr. What a job on the mound. His 4th strikeout of the game.
And the 5th strikeout for Team Grissom. And that'll do it for the 3rd inning. We're rolling to the 4th in the 44 Classic at Truist Park.
And we are back. Top of the 4th action set to begin. Joshua Wright leading it off for Team Garr. The shortstop who walked his first time up. And Joshua sending it over to shortstop. Great rounding that ball off by the shortstop. And a beautiful stretch to get the out. Beautiful play right there by Team Grissom.
Elijah Archer, the first baseman, stretching out, keeping that foot on the bag, and making a great grab there to start off the top of the 4th.
And to make that play over at shortstop right there, it looks like they put in a different shortstop here for Team Grissom. I couldn't quite catch that number, but a great job of that young man rounding it off. We'll get that number for you in just a second. I want to say that's number 31, Michael Parker, who came in to pinch hit for Joseph Mendez and just stayed on. But great play all around to start that off defensively. And there's a shot over to second baseman, and that's handled, and that's going to sit down Caleb Cox.
So 2 up, 2 down to start this inning. This is a great look if you're Team Grissom trying to fight back into this game.
And on the mound, Bryce Floyd has come in for Team Grissom on the mound, and he's come in and forced 2 ground balls immediately for his opposition and 2 quick outs. His timeout is called there, and Gianni Gandy, who walked his first time up, steps out, resets, gets prepared to do it again. Swinging and fouling that one off his inside foot.
Gianni, the catcher, infielder, and right-handed pitcher, 2028 from Atlanta. At bat.
Gandy can do it all. And right now he's up against the fast-working Bryce Floyd. And sending that one over to his teammates. Hello, how you doing? Over to the dugout. To the opposite dugout, rather.
You mean duck?
Yeah.
That's what that ball said.
Yes, it did. 0-2 the count. Pitch. High and inside. Team Garr leading this one. they've been able to put runs on the board back-to-back innings. Looking to do the same thing here for a third inning in a row.
Team Grissom trying to get them out of here and get back at bat themselves.
That ball sails away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryce Floyd brought it to this game in a tough situation. You know, with his team trailing by 4. And that Team Garr ball club seeming to be building momentum like a snowball rolling down a hill.
Yeah, but, I mean, great job being done by this Team Grissom defense behind them. 2 batters up, 2 down. Got a quick 2 outs.
And a walk drawn right there by Gianni Gandy, his second walk of the game. And the last time he walked, the first thing that we saw on the first pitch was Gandy taking off to steal second. Let's see if that's the same thing that happens here as you see him go over there wrapping that hand glove.
Yep, get ready. They love to push the pace here. This Team Garr team does. Team Garr right now with 6 stolen bags, and like you said, Gianni is licking his chops for another one.
DJ Jones at the plate now, forcing Bryce Floyd to make the adjustment here, coming from the stretch. First pitch ball. The pitch, and that one kisses the outside corner of the plate for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to DJ, who struck out his first time. DJ Jones struck out his first at bat. And with 2 outs, a chance to redeem himself. There's the runner moving, and there's the throw down. Oh. And that's on the opposite side of the bag, and it gets passed into the outfield. Great job there of the center fielder to bag that one up.
Yeah, avoiding a disaster, because if that got past him, then Gianni's would have been smoking around the bases. But that was a great job there by the center fielder containing that.
He was already on the move to back that up and right there in position. But like we said, Gianni Gandy, every intention of getting out and about and getting down into scoring position, giving DJ Jones the opportunity now to bring him in and stretch this Team Garr lead even more. 4-0 now here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner on second. Infield at regular depth. And that ball sails outside for ball number 4. And Jones draws the walk. And Chris Frazier comes up. And again, Frazier's last at-bat ended with the inning ending, but we don't know exactly because what we thought was a ball 4. We haven't had a chance because we're way up here isolated from everybody, so we haven't had a chance to get any clarification on what happened with that at-bat. But either he walked and it was past regulation time for an inning, or he struck out and just had to go on the head on back. Right now, we're just going to give him a question mark at his last at-bat. I'm
going to think it was a time limit thing because that inning was starting to drag on.
It was. It definitely was.
That's my guess. Regardless, I know he wants to see some action.
Right. So Frazier steps into the box now, an extra hitter.
So now a different situation here for Team Grissom. Got the first 2 outs, able to retire the first 2 batters, but now 2 walks resulting in a stolen bag and 2 runners on now.
Right. Again, these walks have been extremely, extremely detrimental to this Team Grissom ball club for the entirety of this game, and Team Garr not afraid to take advantage of those mishaps. And timeout called here as Frazier steps out to gather himself. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Any contact, we're going to see these runners on the move. So we'll get a chance to see some of that speed you were talking about, Simone.
Yeah, they manifested it because all we've been seeing on these base pads is speed.
Up until these last two batters, Bryce Floyd came in strong. And I liked what I saw as he misses down and inside on that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So we are going to 7 innings. Got some confirmation.
So here in the top of the 4th, we're breezing right through this one.
Hey, don't speak too fast.
That one fouled out and fouled off and back our way.
One thing I've learned is not to speak too soon.
Yeah, I'm such a baseball fan that I always do it. Big shout out to my folks down at Stetson University who have seen me do that countless numbers of times. And the people at Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida. 2-2 count. Oh,
Ooh.
and he went, and that's going to be strike number 3, and that's going to end the inning as Bryce Floyd threw that one past him. 4 strike 3. Frazier unable to keep the head of that bat back, and that ends the inning. 2 left on, nothing doing in the top half for Team Garr as they leave on 2 off of 2 walks. We're here headed to the bottom of the 4th. Mike Shepard, Simone Stanley. We'll be right back with you after this. Bottom of the 4th here at Truist Park for the 44 Classic. I'm Mike Shepard alongside the incomparable Simone Stanley. And, man, we have seen some action today, Simone, but it's been kind of a one-sided affair when you talk about scoring.
Yeah, Team Garr got on the board first in the 2nd, able to capitalize off an error. 3rd, followed up with some 2-out magic to go up 4-0 over Team Grissom. However, Team Grissom was able to hold them scoreless in the top of the 4th, so let's see if they can flip the script here.
And coach for Team Grissom, Coach Walton, looking to put something together, making a lot of substitutions right now. We're seeing another of their batters. This is going to be Tayton Braswell, who actually came on to pitch and has done a fine job Did a pretty good job on the mound. He's now at the plate.
Braswell with 2 strikeouts on the mound. Let's see what he can do for his team at the plate.
Swinging and missing at that second pitch. 1-1 strike. I was very impressed with Braswell on the mound. Only gave up 1 walk. The one thing that did happen to him was that double, that RBI double that he gave up to Chase Jones.
Yeah.
And as he grounds out over the second base, and that one is easily handled by Team Garr. That was Gianni Gandy over there at second base, making it look easy like Sunday morning.
Yep.
And guess what? It is Sunday morning.
Absolutely. And, yeah, the infield work for both of these teams has been very sound, very routine throws and catches being made, very tight work.
Elijah Archer in at the plate now. With 1 out. Archer leading off the action, has the only hit of the game one of the only hits. He had the first hit of the game for Team Grissom. His single to right field, his first time up.
Elijah, the outfielder from Richmond, Virginia.
And that ball gets through as the play comes in the second, and he is safe in there. What a play right there by Elijah Archer. Legging things out, not quite sure, and we just saw it really quick on the scoreboard. They're going to call that one an E3 on the first baseman, and then a heads-up play all around by Elijah Archer. Eli grounding that one out and turning that error by the first baseman into a double. And a little something brewing right now for Team Grissom.
Yeah, so that was a close one. So, again, showing off that speed, beating that throw there to second. Now you have a runner in scoring position. Some momentum going now for Team Grissom. Elijah putting on for the DMV. The only guy on this roster from Virginia.
And that brings Brennan Neal up, the left fielder. And he's quickly ahead of the pitcher in this count. 2 balls and no strikes.
Brennan is an outfielder, 2027 from Columbus, Georgia.
And Team Garr, that's number 23 on the mound. They snuck a new one in there on this. That is, looks like C.G. Gordon.
C.G. Gordon.
Yes,
from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
C.G. Gordon from Chattanooga.
2028.
He's a young one as well. Yes, he faces off here with Brennan Neal. And brings that count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still very impressed with the work that we saw out of Daniel Sedano over the course of 2 innings. Struck out 4, only gave up 2 hits.
Swing and a miss.
And there's a substitution.
Well, he struck out. So Kylan Jones from Douglasville, Georgia. Shortstop and second baseman now at the plate facing 2 outs. Runner on second in scoring position.
Okay, and you said this is number 12 at the plate?
Yes.
His first at bat of the game. From Douglasville. A lot of good Good everything played out there in Douglasville, Simone. I'm not sure if you know it, but if you want football, baseball, soccer, I'm sure they've got some hockey somewhere around there. Everything good. Volleyball, badminton, horseshoes.
A lot of players in
Yeah,
Douglasville.
just a lot of playing going on in Douglas County. They play too much, but but they play good. They play
Some
good.
athletes.
Oh man, they play good. Yes, indeed.
So Kylan's the only guy on the roster from Douglasville.
And he swings and misses and strikes out, and that'll be
Strike three.
yeah, strike three, and ending the inning with the third out. One left on after Elijah Archer reached on an error by the first baseman and then took that extra bag. And we played four. It's Team Garr, 4, Team Grissom, nothing. We'll be right back after this. And we are back live here, moving right along top of the fifth. And the action continues as Team Garr comes to the plate here, top of the fifth. Ahead, leading this one 4-0 over Team Grissom. I'm Mike Shepard alongside Simone Stanley. And Simone, I tell you, what have you seen so far with this game?
Man, it's been all Team Garr, from the pitching to the infield work to what they've been able to do at bat. They've been relentless, applying a lot of pressure, suffocating this Team Grissom team. But even with all the action Team Garr has been able to put together, it's still just a 4-run lead for now. So Team Grissom, one big inning is all it can take for them to get back in this game. And we know they have the talent. These are the best minority prospects in the Southeast region. So if anybody can put together a comeback, hit by the pitch there, is Team Grissom. But they have to contain Team Garr here, and we see that's not a good way to start.
Well, I tell you what, A. Carter just took a ball right off the center of his spine, and that's going to leave a mark, I'm sure, on tomorrow. But new pitcher on the mound here for Team Grissom, as we've seen them pitch by committee quite a bit this game. This is Keegan Mathis on the mound now.
Keegan Mathis, right-handed guy, 27, is his class from Brunswick, Georgia.
Down South Georgia boy on the mound.
What you know about Brunswick?
Oh, DSGB. You know, you got to know about it. Shout out to everybody down in Brunswick, Hinesville, Liberty County, all of that little area down there. We love it. Statesboro, we love it down there. Savannah. Big shout outs to everybody looking in to see their kid Keegan Mathis on the mound here in this big time event at Truist Park.
I knew you were going to know something about Brunswick. I was trying to see what you were going to say.
Oh, yeah, we love it. Oh, there's a throw down the second. Oh, my goodness. He got in behind the tag. Safe at second as the pinch runner comes in and swipes that one. That's number 14.
Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards.
The shortstop, class of 2028 from Madison, Mississippi. What you know about Madison?
Madison, Mississippi. I can't tell you I know anything about no Madison. I don't know nothing about no Madison. Don't ask me about no Madison, Mississippi. Know nothing about it. As that ball gets away, and Braylon Edwards skirts on down to third base. And Braylon Edwards came in to pinch run for ADOT because you can pinch run for the catcher with that last guy who got out. And so Braylon Edwards came right on in.
A-Dot just taking hits and getting out the way.
I mean, he's been taking a beating and a bruise in this game, but still moving. And there's a foul ball, and that one goes off the catcher. You'll see the umpire walk that one up to the pitcher and talk to him for a second to give that catcher a chance to regain a little bit of composure. Tough kid back there. Jump right back up from that.
So Team Garr with a runner in scoring position on third base with no outs to lead off the top of the fifth. Definitely not the position you want to be in if you're Team Grissom.
Now, ADOT got hit by a pitch his first time at bat as well.
Yeah, and that time you said he put a dent in the ball. Now, the second time he got hit by the pitch, you said the ball dented him.
Yeah, because it hit him on the middle of the spine. So, you know, I don't care who you are. That's going to leave a mark. And now Braylon Edwards, 90 feet away from home plate. Two-two pitch. Foul back to the backstop. And this is number 24 for Team Garr at the plate. That's Kenny Barge getting his first at-bat.
Kenny, the infielder and right-handed pitcher from Decatur, class of 2028.
Infield way in right here, trying to guard against that run. That's 90 feet away with no outs here. Trying to cut it down and chop it down at the plate. Keep this game within 4 runs.
Chop it down, chop it down.
Way in at the corners right now for third baseman. Swing on and miss. And he's going to head back to the dugout. Kenny Barge striking out there.
Keegan Mathis with his first strikeout of the game. Some poise from Keegan is going to be huge here as Team Grissom tries to escape from this inning without letting Team Garr stack on too many runs.
Kenny Barge unable to do anything with it. What do we have at the plate here now? Oh, there's a shot. Cut off by the first baseman. He's not going to get him, as that's going to be another run crossing. A great move by number 34 right there, Elijah Archer, to come in and cut that ball off shortest distance, just unable to get the throw down the line and get the runner out at the plate.
And that was Aiden Daramis, the shortstop from Helena, Alabama, class of 2027 guy who put that ball into play.
So a fielder's choice RBI right there for Aiden. down to the waning moments of this game right now.
And we have a doubleheader today. This is the Underclassmen game in the annual 44 Classic. And at 1:30, first pitch for the Upperclassmen game.
That ball grounded out to short. He'll take the easy route, step on second, and over to first for the 6-3 double play. 6-3 unassisted double play. And that's going to end the inning and send Team Grissom back into their dugout. Is nothing doing. Well, one run for Team Garr off of the Braylon Edwards score after he moved over to third base, pinch running for Adot Carter. 5-0 here, top of the fifth. Team Grissom will be up with another chance to kind of bring this one close. We're at Truist Park, 44 Classic. Mike Shepard, Simone Stanley. We'll be right back with you in a minute. And we are back to action, bottom of the fifth inning here. Team Grissom at the plate trying to get something started. Jackson Norwood trying to spark the flame here that'll start the fire. And he looks at a first pitch ball. That's C.G. Gordon back on the mound here. Gordon had a strikeout to end that last inning and looked pretty good, and he got to get another chance on that mound.
Jackson Gordon, the shortstop, Jackson Norwood, the shortstop and right-handed pitcher from Ackworth, class of 2027 player, on spinning on the plate right now.
That ball had him a little bit, what I like to call discombobulated.
A little confused.
Yeah, he was a little confused. 7 runners left on base by Team Garr as Norwood swings through that pitch, bringing that count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 runners left on base for Team Grissom. The difference is that Team Garr has placed 5 runners across that plate.
And C.G. Gordon, the pitcher from Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Noog, is what I call it.
That's what you call it up there? That's a good nickname for Chattanooga.
The Noog.
Oh, yeah, that's a good nickname. And Norwood looks at that one go across the outside portion of the other batter's box, and he'll take ball 4 and take his stroll down to first base.
So a leadoff walk here for Team Grissom.
That's positive action right there.
Looking to get their first run across the board, chip into this lead that Team Garr has built. They have 3 innings to do it.
And Ross Christie steps in. He actually had that triple earlier for Team Grissom, and this is an opportunity for the center fielder to make some noise here with Jackson Norwood on first base. And ahead early in the count is Ross Christie. 2 balls, no strikes. And there's a strike. Good little frame job right there by the catcher.
Ross Christie, the outfielder, class of 2029, from Beham, Alabama.
And a balk called as C.G. Gordon didn't release that ball. No pump faking to first base. There's no pump fakes to first base. And right there, the umpire's on top of that one, explaining to him that, hey, once you commit to it, you got to go all the way through with it. And Jackson Norwood now in scoring position. And that ball high through the zone, 3 balls, 1 strike. And Team Grissom looking like they're trying to stir up a little something and make a little noise now.
Yeah, we saw them stir things up. They had 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom of the second, but they weren't able to drive.
A shot deep to left field. Let's see what happens here. And it's rounded off and caught. But tagging up is Norwood coming to third, and he's going to be in there safely as another well-hit ball by Ross Christie. And that one jumped off of that bat to left field. Great play in the outfield. I believe that was DJ Jones getting over there to make that out.
Yeah, so Team Grissom getting some motion going here in the bottom of the 5th. Now is the time to strike. If your Team Grissom have a runner on third, working with 1 out, they were able to get 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom of the second, but weren't able to capitalize. So let's see if they can drive this run home.
Chance Thomas to the plate now. He grounded out his last time at bat. Takes that one inside, but blocked up right there. Great job of hopping by the catcher. Can't see what that number is. Not certain if that's still the world famous A.Dot Carter back there.
Doesn't look like A.Dot's build. But knowing A.Dot, he would be holding it down.
Yeah. Knocking that one down pretty good.
Well, we'll see if he ever throws a dart, if it's A.Dot or not.
Right. He's definitely a single-digit number underneath that catcher's uniform. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swung on, missing strike 2.
So it's either A.Dot or Gianni Gandy catching.
And there's a shot. And mishandled by the shortstop and mishandled again. That's going to be the second error of the game for Team Garr. And the first run across the plate for Team Grissom. And they'll slap hands as he goes into the dugout. Jackson Norwood.
So Jackson Norwood coming home first for Team Grissom. You can hear some noise down there in the dugout. They're feeling it. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going. Cut more and chip away more into this lead that Team Garr built. It's still just a 4-run game. It's been looking all Team Garr for the most part. But Team Grissom is in striking distance.
And that's going to do it for C.G. Gordon as we're witnessing our first mid-inning pitching change. That's going to bring on number 16 for Team Garr up to the mound. Jeremiah Reese out of Loganville, Georgia. He's going to get warmed up. We're going to get cooled down. We'll be right back with you, Mike Shepard and Simone Stanley here at the 44 Classic at Truist Park. We'll be right back with you in a moment. And we are back to live action here. New pitcher on the mound. Again, we were saying briefly that is Jeremiah Reese.
Jeremiah, the right-handed pitcher from Loganville, Georgia, class of 2027. And Arvis Kroll at the plate.
And there's a base hit again right there. Now something brewing.
Something in the water.
Yes, indeed, something in the water. As number 30, that was Arvis Kroll getting his roll on after striking out the first time. Now there's a single. And Arvis will come out pinch running for the catcher. Smart thing. Keep the game moving along. But great job now, and a little noise, a little spark here by Team Grissom.
Maximilian Bell now at the plate, the 2029 catcher from Huntsville, Alabama. Hunting for a hit.
That's right. Big shout out to everybody up in North Alabama, Huntsville area.
What you know about Huntsville?
I know that's where my man Trans Lee from DNC, Digital Native Culture, big-time artists. They love him out there in Alabama. He was signed to Hustle Gang with T.I. That's his hometown. Big shout-out Mr. Chris Hunter, his manager. Everybody up in the Huntsville area. Alabama A&M.
Yep, Bulldogs.
That's right. Big shout-out Mr. Collie Park and D. Crooms, famous alumni of Alabama A&M, as that ball gets past and back to the backstop. And something brewing here, one out, and two runners in scoring position now. And it's only a 5-1 lead.
Yep. You have two runners in scoring position, only down 4 runs, working with 1 out. They can add some more runs in here, then we have a ball game.
That ball coming straight back over the net towards us. As Maximilian Bell stands in, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This is an opportunity for the young man right here to make some big noise. and fighting to stay alive. Looking across the stadium now here, across the Truist Park Stadium, we see the upperclassmen rolling in, getting themselves prepared for their game. There's still time. If you're sitting at home right now watching us on MBP TV, pack the family up and get on out here to the game as Maximilian Bell draws that walk. And we're looking at bases loaded now here in the bottom of the fifth. Team Garr leading 5-1. But the go ahead, the potential tying run just came to the plate.
Yep, and the bases are loaded for the first time today. Working with one out, this is a great position to be in if you're Team Grissom, trailing this whole game. But now you're looking at an opportunity to tie or take the lead here.
And strike one call, and this is Brody Ozoe, and he singled his first time up with a C&I single just past the shortstop, fouling that one off.
Brody, the second baseman and right-handed pitcher from Senoia, Georgia. Hopefully I'm saying that right.
You're saying that absolutely right. Coweta County, Georgia.
I said it differently last time.
Well, they say it differently every time they say it down there in Senoia. There's one, and over to first for the double play that ends the inning.
Wow.
And, man, that was just smooth right there from Team Garr to get that double play off of the grounder hit by Brody.
That is deflating if you're Team Grissom.
Oh, man, is it not deflating? So just like that, we go from bases loaded and a chance to really get things heated up to a double play right there to end the inning. 5-1 now, moving to the top of the sixth. I'm Mike Shepard with Simone Stanley. We'll be right back with you. Team Garr leads it in the 44 Classic. We're back here, top of the sixth, getting into the later parts of the game. Team Garr at the plate. Number 16, Jeremiah Rice leading it off.
And it's Michael Parker on the mound for Team Grissom, 2028, right-handed pitcher from Smyrna.
And I apologize. It looked like we're saying number 23 at the plate, and that would be C.G. Gordon.
C.G. Gordon, the pitcher, 2028 from the Noog, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah, it actually is him. He came out last inning, got replaced last inning, but getting his opportunity now at the plate to swing that bat. Most of these pitchers are two-way players, extraordinary athletes in their own regard.
So Team Grissom built some momentum in that bottom of the fifth inning, was able to score their first run of the game, had the bases loaded, but a double play ended any opportunity they had.
And there's a ground out to the shortstop right there. That's number 3. Kendall Turner over at shortstop, staying down on that ball and firing a rocket over the first for the first out.
So, hey, if Team Grissom can put Team Garr away here in the top of the sixth, get back out on offense, pick up where they left off with the bases loaded, who knows, maybe Team Grissom can go on a late push. But this Team Garr team has been sound.
A couple of defensive changes being made here. As Coach Walton out, making some adjustments. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Indeed, we are. A little late game strategy right now from Coach Walton.
So that's Jamison Williams from Graniteville, South Carolina, the right-handed pitcher. And we're going to step aside and let Jamison warm up. It is the top of the sixth here from Truist Park at the annual Braves 44 Classic.
Back to action here. Jamison Williams on the mound coming in. And swung on and missed for a first pitch strike Right there's Jeremiah Rice.
Jeremiah Rice, the right-handed pitcher and third baseman, class of 2027 from Loganville, Georgia. This is going to be our final inning here for the underclassmen game, upperclassmen game. Going to start soon after right here on MPTV. It's been all team Garr so far today.
1 ball, 2 strikes. So Team Grissom will have one last chance at the plate.
1:30. So the upperclassmen game, first pitch will be at 1:30 p.m.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right here on MPTV, where you get all your minority action.
Swung on and missed for strike 3, and Jamison Williams comes in and gets the strikeout, sending Rice back to the dugout. 2 outs now. And
If Team Grissom can hold Team Garr here, then have a huge bottom of the 6th inning.
we're looking at another pitching change here.
Well, that's probably because they want all the pitchers to get some throws in, with this being a showcase. So that's going to bring up Brody Alzawi, class of 2029 from Sonoa, Georgia.
So Brody stepping in he has one of those singles from Team Grissom. You know, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and one of the things that really, really stands out to me, 5 runs for Team Garr, 1 hit. By committee right now, this Team Grissom program, ball club, has only given up 1 hit.
It's the walks.
It's the walks. It's the walks. And they've given up the walks, and those walks have turned into stolen bases, and those stolen bases have translated into runs all game long for this Team Garr program. But again, a great showing by the pitchers. You take the walks away, they really, really came back in and set things straight as far as, you know, playing to their defense behind them.
Absolutely, and the infield work has been phenomenal today for both of these teams.
We're seeing exactly why these young people out here received the invitation to play in this 44 Classic game. Again, some of the top talent, minority talent from across the Southeast, right here in Truist Park. A fantastic weekend, a lot of fun. Definitely something that you should think about bringing your family out to each year, especially if they're baseball heads like a lot of us. This is just a really great place to be. And then the Battery's also right here, so it's a lot of fun here at the Battery.
Can't beat that on a Sunday.
Back to the action. So Brady Ozawi facing off here against Joshua Wright.
Joshua Wright from Pembroke Pines, Florida, the shortstop, class of 2027.
And Josh walked his first time at bat, grounded out to second his next time at bat. So, you know, Josh looking to get his name in the books with a hit here and put the second hit of the game on the board for his team. And there's a shot over to right field. Everybody chasing. Oh, diving, grabbing. What a play by the right fielder, covering ground and getting over there to get that out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the game. Here at the 2025 Atlanta Braves Truist Park.
What a way to end that game. The 2025 44 Classic. It's going to be Team Garr taking the 5-1 win over Team Grissom.
Underclassmen game in the books. What an exciting play to end it, like you just said, Simone. A diving catch right there by the right fielder, Chance Thomas. And this one's over. We're not going to do a bottom half here. A 5-run rule in effect, 5-1, the final score, Garr over Grissom. And our tip of the hats to all of these young people for an exciting game. We saw a lot of talent, and we look forward to seeing these young people even more in the future. Well, we'll be back with you pretty soon for the start of the upperclassmen game. Again, Mike Shepard and Simone Stanley on the call here with you. For everybody that tuned in, we thank you. And for everybody that was out on that field, good luck to you guys as you get into the rest of your school year and your athletic endeavors. We'll be right back with you after this.